feel like by this point, a lot of folks in the business know us for Windows exploitation, Linux exploitation, web app pen testing and stuff. But I was kind of mulling over the idea for a mad science project around container security for modernized web apps and microservices. So I got this crazy idea to use DVWA and Vampy, which for those who haven't heard of it, those are the two most vulnerable web apps known to mankind. If you take a web pen testing course, you probably have used those because they have several thousand vulnerabilities across the two different platforms that you can test. So the question was, could we not do any patches, no compensating controls, but just run two security products, namely CrowdStrike's container security and Cloudflare WAF, enterprise WAF, and just for the sake of science, see how impenetrable or less vulnerable we could make the two most vulnerable web apps known to man. And
just like all of Ben's crazy ideas, they typically come in the form of like Slack message at 11 p.m. at night on weeknights too. So, never stop, never sleep.
That's how we do it.
And I just remember getting so hyped up when it came to like building the Docker images, getting the security tool config set up, and building the attack manifest. That was probably the best part. It was like, a kid in a candy shop.
Yeah, and anyone who's pen tested against Cloudflare, that you never use your own IPs to test, or else you're dead to 70% of the internet. What was my original plan was to use Tor exit nodes. And I just remember we're setting up our first attack on Burp Suite and, using Tor. And it was immediately Cloudflare was like, I know what you're doing. So then we allow Tor traffic. Second we turn on Burp Suite, it's like, nope, denied. And we're like, oh, crap.
Thinks we're a bot.
Back to the drawing board. And so what did I have you do? I had you
build a VPN basically.
Basically build our own proprietary VPN network for security testing.
Just so we could cycle IPs.
Yeah. It was basically just cycle through AWS Elastic IPs. Sorry for those of you who get those on your EC2 accounts in the future.
Yeah, those are probably burned.
I think, what was it? Rule set iteration, numero trace with Cloudflare. I think that's when we had hit 500 exploits with 100% block. So we're pretty proud of that, but that's when you got a little annoyed with me. I said, that is not enough. We need to go bigger. So then we just started scraping the web and Reddit and every place possible to find, different exploits that we hadn't thought of yet and just keep on testing and testing and testing.
Yeah, we were basically totally out of attack dictionary. So we had to come up with another solution, which was Simulate WAF Assessment, which has pretty much every single web app exploit known to man.
Yeah, I think it has every possible, known or obscure cross-site script, command injection, SQL injection. It was absolutely money because we immediately had another, surplus of 1,200 or 1,500 new attack vectors that we had just never even heard of. It was so fun to test with, and shout out to Simulate. And basically through the process of iteration, we arrived at, I don't know how many thousands of surplus rules that we built a whole Python program to be able to test, see what was getting through, and then immediately through the Cloudflare API, add, URI rule sets that started blocking these. And, we throw things in monitor mode, commit mode. And at the end, we did what I thought would be impossible. We got it basically impenetrable to, I think, 7,000 exploitations that we had done throughout the process of this project without any drop in end user performance, which was crazy and kind of exceeded my expectations for this mad science project.